I froze my eggs at 36. I did it at an extremely reputable place, had a good result. And the fertility doctor was like, you're good. And so I just kind of thought I had time. And I thought that I could put my life together. Ideally wanted to meet someone who I felt was going to be a good parent. And I did that at 40. Around 41, we decided to fertilize the eggs and none of them worked. I think this is an important conversation in itself, how much clinics are overselling the egg freezing success.
This is a public service announcement. Egg freezing is not a guarantee of a baby later. Freezing your eggs is everywhere on social media these days. Every celeb seems to be signing themselves up, and on the face of it, it sounds like a great idea. Store your eggs when you're young so that you have some better quality eggs stored in case you need it when you're older. However, egg freezing, which is also known as oocyte cryopreservation, does not guarantee that you have success in the future if you undergo IVF attempts. There's several reasons why. Number one, can't guarantee the egg quality and quantity. So you might go through the egg collection process, but not everyone is able to make and collect enough eggs that are of suitable quality and quantity to be able to freeze them. So that means you might go through that whole process without even being able to bank a sufficient number of eggs. Number two, there's no guarantee that the eggs will survive being freezed and then thawed. So although modern techniques have improved survival rates, the process of freezing and thawing your eggs can still cause damage. Some eggs might not survive the thawing process. Eggs are not as stable as freezing embryos. This brings me on to number three. So even if the eggs do survive the thawing process, there's no guarantee that they'll be able to fertilize successfully. Some people who have a partner at the time that they're going through egg freezing may choose to freeze some or all of their eggs as embryos. So they mix those eggs with their partner's sperm. But if you freeze your embryos and you and your partner don't stay together, when you come back later on, you may not have any options because you don't want to use the embryos that contain your ex-partner's sperm. Number four, there are other factors that affect fertility. For example, the condition of someone's uterus at the time of embryo transfer affects the success rate. You've got factors such as the thickness of the uterine lining, if you've got any scar tissue, or you've got a condition like endometriosis. They can all impact on whether or not that IVF is successful. And of course, sperm count and quality can impact the likelihood of even having a successful pregnancy. So whilst egg freezing does offer hope and it extends your reproductive options, it's important that you have realistic expectations and you understand that freezing your eggs doesn't guarantee a future pregnancy. We always recommend that if you're thinking about getting pregnant and you're ready, not to delay it for the future, because all those other factors are also affected by our increasing age. So just freezing the eggs alone doesn't prevent, for example, endometriosis progressing or your partner's sperm count continuing to decrease. So if you're ready, get trying straight away. If you're not ready, then yes, egg freezing is a reasonable thing to consider, but it's expensive and it doesn't offer guarantees. Let me know if you've been thinking about this process below.